Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast with Rom Wills. The power of optimism. The power of optimism. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what, that's been one of my secrets in life. I'm just an optimistic person, no matter what. Hey, I'm that type. I don't care what the situation is. I'm always thinking it could be better. Now, I've had some people who didn't take that seriously. I mean, I've been called a dreamer so many times in my life. I'm like, yeah, the proverbial, I wish I had a dime every time I've been called a dreamer or being optimistic and all of that. Except for one thing, it's worked for me. I'm one of those people, I can honestly say, if I had a dream about something, it came true. I got to figure out more dreams. I was like, okay, did that. I don't really have a bucket list. I've done all the stuff I wanted to do. I got to make up new stuff. That's because I'm optimistic. And look, and I've said this before, I have no problem saying it. I've been through some stuff. But here's how I got through some negative things. Negative things that other people have died from. Negative things that have really messed people's lives up. I was always optimistic it could be better. That's the power of optimism. That's the power itself. Always thinking, no matter what, the sun will always rise. No matter what. It could be a storm, everything. The sun's going to come out at some point. It's going to come out. I always have that attitude. That's where you got to go. Now, when I say optimism, don't just be like, oh, everything will get better and then just sit around and wait for it to happen. You still got to make it happen. You still got to do the work. Let's be clear about that. But when you optimistic, when things can get better, things could go to another level. No matter what you're going through, it can be better. That's power. That's power. I'm thinking about even like how I'm living now. Trust me. Let's just say I've been in less than optimal living arrangements, but it got better. I'm thinking about some stuff now. Seriously, things got better. And I look back when, as I'm moving through here, I'm thinking, I remember it wasn't like this. When I think about the job situation, making money. Oh, there was enough. There was money. I only had maybe enough money to barely pay bills. I remember a time when it was just constant, like catching, getting enough just to pay the cutoff notices. I remember that. Oh, man. And I'm laughing about it because I say, you know what? It can get better. It can get better. But you got to have the attitude. See, unfortunately, a lot of people, they focus on the negative. Now, if you talk about the negative in order to figure out a solution for it, that's cool. But some people just focus on, oh, it's bad. Oh, this is going to happen. It probably will, because that's what you focused on. Your mind will go wherever your thoughts are focused. If you're thinking about, oh, it's going to be bad, something bad is going to happen, it's going to be. Because you're going to subconsciously, you're going to look for something bad. But if you look for something good, you're going to subconsciously look for something good. You're going to find it. You're going to find the way. You're going to find the way. At that point, you just need a plan to get there. Like I said, you just can't sit and just be optimistic. That's really a problem. You can't just sit there, you're optimistic something will change, but you're not doing anything to make it happen. That's the power. But then no matter what, or if you're in business or something, you're going to have some down. Anybody who's entrepreneurial, they can tell you when they weren't making money, when it was tough. And they'll say, you know what, there was some down moments. But if they were optimistic, things would get better. If they were optimistic that they could do the work to make things better, they got through it. It gets you through it. It gets you through it no matter what. In relationships, you know what? You might be going through something bad, but you got to be optimistic. Things will get better. Maybe not with that person, but you will be optimistic. You'll be optimistic that you can change yourself. You can make the changes necessary to win in life, regardless of the venue. But you got to have that optimism. That's how powerful it is. You got to have that optimism because it's positive. It's positive energy. I'm going to tell you what. When people are pessimistic, when they don't feel like everything will go well, they focus on the bad, it affects them psychologically. It affects them psychologically. They're going to be down. You ever see, like, if you see two different types of people, think about it. You see that person's always optimistic, they're always up. You notice they got that energy. They just going, even in a bad thing. And they could even be going through something bad. And, they like, you know what? I can get this. I'm going to do it. Whereas somebody pessimistic, they focus on the negative and everything. They just go home. They don't even move. They don't even have the energy to move. That's how powerful it is. Indeed, I'm going to tell you what, if you look at people who have charisma, who can draw plenty of people, whether it's a politician, whether it's a minister, whoever, it could be a salesperson. You notice they got optimism. They optimistic. They notice they do it. I'll use the example of sales because I've worked in sales, one of the many jobs I've had. I've noticed the best salespeople were always optimistic. In fact, I remember my first month doing sales at a gym, and I had a certain quote I had to make. When I remember the last day of the first month, in order to make my quota, I needed to make 13 sales. Now, did I go in and think, hey, ain't no way I can do this? Or, oh man, well, it's my first month. No. I went in there and made 16 sales that day. I made 16 because I got up when I got to work. I was optimistic. I said, no, I'm getting this quota. I'm getting this quota. I was smiling. I was on the phone, everything. I was doing some magic. I was like a conductor of an orchestra, So I was like, boom, boom. This call, oh yeah, I can sign up your whole office. I was doing some stuff. Calling some friends up. Say, you want to work out at this gym, right? But I was optimistic that I was going to make it happen, so I made it happen, And I keep that. I keep that even to this very second. Like, no matter what happens, I can make it better. And I will do the work to make it better. Each single one of you, focus on being just optimistic. And I know for some of you, I'm going to be real. I understand it might be tough. You've gone through so much. But start with just the reality you're still alive. You're still alive. You're still here. You're still breathing, which means you have a chance. All right? But you have to have it. Because if you develop that power of optimism, trust me, you can get through all obstacles. All obstacles. Okay? No matter what it is. You optimistic, things will get better. You optimistic that, your life can be better, you can get that money, you can get that relationship, whatever the case. You just be optimistic. That's the power of it. All right? So, anyway, that's all I have for today. I want all of you to keep rising and transforming. Become the best person that you can be. Peace and blessings, everyone.